as well as my friends on Facebook and TFW. I haven't really posted anything about this project on YouTube. I've been trying to keep it under the radar until I had it pretty much done. This is my masterpiece scale Motormaster. It's part of my masterpiece Menasor project that I have in the works. Since the other figures were easier to create, Motormaster was the hardest. I figured I'd start with him. I always seem to start with the hardest thing first, because then the project winds up becoming easier along the way. I took a few liberties with the build, very minute things, because I wanted to keep the very G1-esque essence that I really am a big fan of, and make Motormaster as close to his cartoon counterpart as possible. But a few liberties had to be done, because the mold choice I used for the truck itself was a actual Peterbilt 352 cab over. Motormaster himself was actually a Kenworth Aerodyne. The problem with Biz is finding the flat nose Kenworths are very few and far in between the 132 scale trucks, the model kits. So what happens is I had to use a Peterbilt and had to bring it as close to a Kenworth as I could, but I do like Peterbilts, so it will do for this for the prototype. This is a prototype build. There are a few parts forming things that I had to do with this design. I mean, I have drawn up new ideas for the second version, which I plan on doing, so things will be different. So this one has a lot of parts forming, some of it anyway. But anyway, I've posted up pictures on TFW and Facebook, but I haven't done anything for YouTube, so I figured I would give my subscribers, and thank you for subscribing and hanging on, because my videos are few and far in between. So I figured I'd do something nice for everybody. Motormaster is a 132 scale truck built onto a robot chassis. The model kit is, so he is masterpiece sized. He's quite large. He's actually almost doesn't fit in the frame. I wanted to do a masterpiece sized Menasor. I know Transformation is coming out with a masterpiece version, but it's not as cartoon accurate as I would like, so I decided to make my own. Motormaster himself took me a month to design and about 3 months to build, so a lot of work went into him. Anyway, I'll bring the camera in closer so you can see some of the detail work, and then I'll transform it for you all to see. So see some detail in front. On my freezer because it's white, and it actually makes everything pop a little bit better. You can see some of the detail work put into it. Right down to the back of the trailer there. He came out really well. I was really surprised. However, there are a few issues that we'll fix. Oops. Sorry about that. There are a few liberties that I took with Motormaster, mainly with the transformation, as far as how it transforms, make it easier, and it just it worked for me. However, I did refine the design. I draw my designs out before I build. So when I do the project again, When I do the second version, he'll be much different as far as transformation. But since I have him in his semi mode, I'll bring in my other Masterpiece Stunticons so you can see how he scales with them. Let me first I'll bring in Breakdown. Here he is with Breakdown, aka Masterpiece Sideswipe, revamped. You can see there, he's quite big, a lot bigger than the little car. He looks good. And then I have Masterpiece Drag Strip. I'll move this Breakdown out of the way. Drag Strip in here. Drag Strip was made from DX9 Invisible. It's upgrades. You can see there. I'll put him on top of the trailer for now. It's just easier than moving them back and forth. And here you can see, here is Masterpiece Dead End, which I made from Masterpiece Silver Streak. Scales pretty well. And here is Wild Rider. Came out pretty cool. You know, they're not, the cars themselves are not 100% accurate, but I like the way they came out, so that's cool. Okay, let me put these cars away. We'll do the transformation on. Sorry for the excessive rambling. Now, Motormaster is contained here as well as partially in the trailer. That's the only way I can make this design work at the time. However, like I said, I drew up a new design, so it'll be a little bit different. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. First thing I need to do is take the parts out of the trailer that I need. So just bear with me. The trailer also acts as storage for parts that I keep for Minnesota and Motormaster. I let the cat out of the bag. Yes, we'll be combining into a Masterpiece Minnesota, if I didn't mention that already. But anyway, the trailer is removable, and the truck does semi-turn, mostly due to the width of the trailer being a little bit wider. So, okay, I'll remove the trailer. Put it on this, which I left the legs on so it will stand on its own. Good. Here is Motormaster. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I think it came out pretty good. And enough of my incessant rambling. I'm going to do the transformation for you. Let me enjoy the camera. Camera's very funny, but it works for what I needed to do for now. The diesel tanks come off. They held on via magnet. These are not used for Motormaster's robot mode, but they are used for the combined mode. Move them aside. And they are magnetic, and they stick to my freezer. This is removed. This comes in for robot mode. I'll show you that. Okay, on with the transformation. Here you can see. Okay. First thing to do, I would say, is part the legs, which is kind of stiff because I haven't transformed it very much. So it's a little. Best thing to do, I think, is to fold the arms out. It's hard to do when I'm at arm's length away, and then tilt the body back just a little bit. Okay. Now I can actually part the legs a little bit easier. You can part them right here at the center. This part here. That also comes into play. Part the legs. Open open these doors up that are on the side, lift up this flap here, pull it out, take the front bumper, pull it around to the back because it becomes this heel, and then tilt this up on this hinge and hold it back on the leg. Right there. It's a little loose because I haven't tightened the joint up yet, but that's okay for now. Close the flap, wrap it around the leg, stick the pegs in place over here, right there. Pull the flap down. They stick out a little bit, but that's okay for this mode. And then the same thing on the other side. The bumper down. Open this panel. Flip this panel up. Fold it out. Bring it around the leg. Flip this panel up. I keep forgetting about those. And flip it around and then slide it down a little bit. There. Slid in place. Actually, it didn't have to come down very far. And then you just tilt the legs down. Bring the legs down as far as you can. This mold doesn't originally have waist articulation. I had to put waist articulation in so he turns. Okay, I'll show you better in a minute. Okay, and here are his toes. Because the original bumpers become the heel, these become his toe. Gives him a little better stance. And they're held on via magnet, like this. Okay, and they pretty much stands like that. However, I do have a small issue here because he is not standing 100% level. I gotta raise the camera just. Masterpiece sized. So, with the legs and everything out, bring this one out too. It makes him stand a little better. There it goes. This one's a little loose for whatever reason eludes me. Bring the arms out, around, straight down, turn them, peg it in place. Same thing with the other side. Usually I have the head turned around when I do this mode, but it works for this for now, so that's alright. I do have to tighten up a couple things. I don't know why the tolerances are the way they are, but it is what it is. So I mean, I'm a sport, so it's okay. Like I said, it's a prototype. So anyway, let me find something to stand this up on. You can see Motormaster's head, which was made by my friend Rich from our local customs. He made this for me, and it looks awesome for Motormaster. I'm sorry I'm rambling and that the camera's all over the place. This camera really is bad. So, but like I said, you open this up here, creates an opening, because his chest needs to be just a touch wider than the stock version, and this piece comes into play, and that sits right in the center, like so. Makes his chest stick out a little bit further, a little bit more. So this piece here becomes his backpack, which you just turn him around and plug it in right there. And there he is. And of course, I have a sword for him. If I can open his hands up. There we go. His fingers are fully articulated, and they have full range of movement as well as wrist articulation. And the hands don't want to grip the sword. I usually, because the sword is a little heavy, I usually hold it like he's holding a billy club, and I tilt the hands up like this, and the sword sits in his hand like that. I just have to tilt it so the hands are sitting this because he's getting ready to deal out a beating. And the sword is a little heavy because it's heavy cast resin. So, here you can see the fingers, the hands themselves are from a Star Saber upgrade handset from TF Sorts, which I picked up, and they worked well for this mold. Here you can see. He came out really good. That leg keeps turning, which it's not supposed to. Fix that. Sorry. Tilt the leg that way. That's much better. You can see. He stands pretty good. He looks really good. I don't think I have any figures to compare him with here, so I'm out of luck in that category. I'm sorry. However, as you can see, these are the Masterpiece cars, and you can see here he's quite tall. So I don't have M to compare him to, but he does look really good. You can see some of the detail I put in. Even the symbols on his shoulders are as accurate as I can make them. But I think he came out very well. Minosaur will be following in suit. Hope you all liked the video. Sorry about the incessant rambling. Here you can see the face detail a little bit better. But that's enough for now. Talk to you all later. Bye.